Hi everyone. I want to answer a question that came up recently about whether MCAS can be transmitted from the mother to the fetus and to the children, right? I think this is an important question and brings up actually a few points that are worth covering. So MCAS may be a genetic disorder. We have plenty of anecdotal evidence to show that MCAS definitely runs in families, and I can attest to that with in my patient practice. What we're not clear on is what the genetic marker or markers are. We believe that some of the genetics is coming from mutations that are happening at the level of the mast cell. So maybe there is some predisposition that is transferred from family member to family member. So it's not that it's transmitted in utero, but it in fact is just a genetic marker that's passed down from egg or sperm to the child. But then, well, we don't know what that is, right? And there may be many, many factors involved. But then in the child, their mast cells may take on a set of mutations in response to various environmental assaults or triggers, and then sort of have their own sort of way of presenting with MCAS. So what I think is really, really interesting is that while family members may have MCAS, the presentation of the family members are often different. There may be similarities, but there's a lot of differences, and that may be because the mast cells themselves are mutating internally in the individual person, and those mutations are responsible for the production of different mediators, which are then maybe causing different set of symptoms or symptomatology. Now, the other question, though, that I'll raise is, not so much that whether it's MCAS that's being passed on in utero, but whether there's something else that's being passed on in utero that may be predisposing to MCAS. And that's where I would say that the things that I think about in my practice are the transmission of certain infections, like in utero, or transmission of things like Lyme disease, Bartonella, Babesia, certain viruses. There are lots of infections, unfortunately, that can be transmitted from mother to fetus. And infection is a trigger for MCAS. And so it may be that is the way that MCAS is being transmitted, not the MCAS itself, but the trigger that is then driving the dysfunctional mast cells. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.